Hello, everyone. This is Lanky Sheet the 2 Divine Ninja. Even though I kind of talked about this before, I'd like to address another problem in the GoAnimate Viant community. To be quite honest, my thoughts on people complaining about how other GoAnimators Viandas design different characters is actually a horrendous idea, and I don't recommend this. That's right, everyone. I feel as if I need to explain why complaining about how a certain user designs different characters is a horrendous idea and should not be recommended. Start the music, please. First, as I said before, not every fictional character can be designed in GoAnimate exactly like how they are made in other franchises and how some owners design their characters. Some characters are actually almost impossible to make in business-friendly, Comedy World, Lil Peeps, etc. Rapper Offline has far more options than Viant Studio when it comes to designing characters, but GoAnimate still has limitations even with the custom assets and additional themes. So, because of those limitations GoAnimate Viant has even with the custom assets and additional themes, you're not supposed to expect people to be perfect at designing characters. In fact, I'm going to give you 2 prime examples of characters that can't be made accurately in GoAnimate, Viant, or Rapper Offline. If you don't know who these characters are, then the character on the left is 5-headed Demon Barney, and the character on the right is Fiery. These 2 are prime examples of characters that are extremely difficult in GoAnimate, Viant, and Rapper Offline. I'll explain why for each example. Starting with 5-headed Demon Barney. Well, for starters, from what I've seen in Rapper Offline, there is no option for a character to have 2 or more heads in GoAnimate. Because of that, when I tried to make this character in Rapper Offline, I failed this task miserably. As for Fiery, as MJ the Spirit said, some characters may have continually animated body parts that wouldn't work the same way in GoAnimate, because of the way Flash Viant works. Fiery is animated to have his body, comprised as a flame, move around like an ordinary flame in real life. This isn't possible in GoAnimate. Even if it was, it'd be extremely difficult or impossible to implement without breaking the video maker. And as Nasty Zog stated before in an example he was giving out in one video, some people in the past thought Family Guy was the reason why some GoAnimate themes were removed. Do you see anything on GoAnimate that looks like an asset from Family Guy or any other show? No, because you can't even make them look the exact same as the look in the real show. The reason is because that's too difficult to do, and you would need assets like those for them. You can't expect everyone you love to spend days, weeks, months, or even years just to perfectly make a character from a different franchise. Let's move on to the second reason. Second, complaining about how someone designs characters is just as horrendous as complaining about something that isn't even a wrongdoing. Examples of wrongdoings include cyberbullying, corruption, sharing a criminal's post, which lead to criminals getting more popularity, and taking troublemakers to the extreme. But some things that do not count as wrongdoings are using someone's outdated avatar, making someone's avatar wrong, using images for characters, and making web characters. So, what am I trying to say here? People should be allowed to design characters however they want and be given a chance to make a certain character as accurately as they can. I'd hate to say this, but constantly complaining about how someone makes different characters counts as cyberbullying, and here's why. It's because if you constantly complain about how someone designs characters, whether if they are the original owner of the character or if they are from a different franchise, then you're making yourself look like you are not giving someone a chance to make a character accurately or make their original characters look however they want them to look. It's true that there are characters out there that would be weird, but you should not be hating the original creators of those characters just for making their characters weird. How many times do I have to say this? Not every person in this world is perfect at designing characters, and people should be allowed to design their own characters. It's not wrong to try to redesign different characters in GoAnimate. It is also not wrong to make web characters in GoAnimate either. They aren't against the community guidelines. So, you should not hate someone just because of how they design characters, because everyone has their own ways of designing characters. I'm going to give you 2 versions of Molly Peterson, and I want you to compare them. The characters I'm showing you now are the exact same person. The left one is how Asia Midnight Gemstone Dude 2K3 and some other users design Molly Peterson, while the right one is how I design Molly Peterson. So, you shouldn't be complaining about how someone designs characters because you can't expect everyone to design a certain character exactly like how one person does it. Not to mention that there are a lot of franchises that change the looks of different characters. For example, there are a lot of characters with different forms and outdated looks. So, in a way, complaining about how someone designs characters is just as bad as complaining about someone using your outdated avatar or making your avatar wrong. If you complain about someone using your outdated avatars or making your avatar wrong, then you don't deserve the privilege to be added in videos other than the ones you make. The same applies to if you constantly complain about how someone designs characters. Again, you can't expect everyone to make characters exactly like how their owners design them. Not to mention that there are characters that have outdated avatars, so it shouldn't matter if someone decides to design and use their outdated avatar or current avatar. And when it comes to original characters, you shouldn't hate someone just because a certain character looks weird to you for various reasons. That's all I would like to say, everyone. You guys can share this video if you wish to do so, whether you agree or disagree. And please don't attack anyone mentioned in this video. Anyways, this is Lanky Sheet the 2 Divine Ninja, signing off. I'll see you guys later.